Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alondra Elizabeth. It's been a while since I do a sit-down video. I'm being accompanied by Mina, who you've seen in all the travel vlog videos already. A bunch of shit in front of us.
All our stuff.
Because we are actually still in Santiago. We're still in Spain. But we decided to do a review of everything we brought with us. If we would bring it back, if we liked it, whatever, things we lost along the way. In case you're thinking about this, because why not? YOLO, and we might be back in a couple of years, so I feel like this would be helpful for us to look over ourselves in the future. So yeah, we can just get started. We actually also brought like different things, so you'll kind of hear two different versions of like what we each brought, and I mean we both made it, so
we survived.
It worked. Like we brought different things, but it worked out, so yeah. It's fine. I guess we could start with like toiletries.
Yeah,
get out of the way.
Closest to me.
Yeah. So I bought these like at Target before I came, and it's just like the travel size things, and I brought my own shampoo and conditioner, as well as like a little leave-in conditioner because I had been taking care of my hair a lot before coming on the trip, and I didn't want to just completely stop doing everything. So I brought shampoo, conditioner, and leave-in conditioner that I usually use. I brought deodorant, which I finished, and I had to buy a new one. Which is just a roller thing. So it was nice, easy to find a replacement. Vaseline, I heard that people talked about this for blisters. I've used it as like a lip balm as well. So I decided to bring this. It's honestly almost full. Like I hardly used it because I brought proper like chapstick with like SPF protection. So like I finished an entire SPF and I have an extra chapstick, and that's why I didn't use this thing. And I brought face cream, which I finished. I ran out like 3 days ago, so I don't have it anymore. But I also had brought in a tinted sunscreen, which I still like have quite a bit of because it had been brand new when I brought it. And of course, toothbrush, toothpaste. This is just what was left over in my house. I was telling her that I would have opted to bring like a travel size instead of like carrying this. It's not that it was like heavy or anything, it was just annoying to be carrying this big old flap. So
travel size.
Yeah. I brought like Tylenol. I only have one pill left. And I brought electrolyte packets, which actually, fun fact, you definitely do not need to worry about bringing these because in Spain they have like Aquarius. Which already has minerals and sugars or whatever that you need, and it serves as a like a hydrating drink. So I did not need to bring this, and I still have one left. And then I also brought the lubas because I get an upset stomach, but I also didn't end up using a single one of these, and I brought like 5, so I still have them.
Food was amazing, so
yeah, so I had literally no issue.
Stomach issue.
I brought my hairbrush, a smaller size than I usually have, but would not trade this for the world. Not a toiletry, but sunglasses. They're just random things. And a hair clip. I thought I would lose this, honestly, or it would break, but it survived to the very end. I just like the option after I came out of the shower instead of putting it in a tight ponytail. So I would bring it. That was just like something obviously not necessary, but I brought it. And then I actually ended up buying like razors to shave, like a packet. They didn't bother me, and I did use them, so I would do it again. Overall, and pads, because period, obviously. I had my own pads, obviously. I had a period at the beginning, so I finished them, and I bought some at a store. So you don't have to like overpack that if that's a thing for you. Like you'll be able to get some. So that. And that's it for my toiletries, but mine were all like randomly like this. Freaking single held. So I'll show you the expert.
I got this the day before we left because I saw it at the store and I was like, oh, that'd be nice. I have my backup glasses because I dropped these like 4 times, and one time the lens did pop out, so I wasn't sure if they were gonna make it. So these are some of my old glasses that are like plastic, a little sturdier. Didn't end up needing them, but I'd rather have them than like try to go and get a prescription somewhere randomly. Like that would have taken like a whole day and a half at least.
Yeah.
So backup glasses if you are visually impaired. 1 tampon, because I did bring a Diva cup, but I accidentally put it through the washer, and that was kind of the end of its life. So didn't keep it because the sun was sunning, especially that first week and a half, and that did save our asses quite a bit.
We do have sunscreen. We just don't have it on us. I don't know where it is
in
one of our bags. But we do have like normal sunscreen for like our arms and stuff. Like I had specific face sunscreen, but we had
very
sunscreen.
Nice person on the Camino who was leaving before Santiago gave us their Blue Lizard sunscreen. This stuff is made in Australia. It's the best sunscreen in the world. And I get really bad hives and have allergic reactions to everything, so this is medication for that. And my Invisalign, and one thing I do love is tattoo goo. It's a similar purpose to like the Vaseline. You could use it on chapped lips. It's just really hydrating, so it is to hydrate tattoos specifically, like that's what the product is made for, but I have found that it works incredible on like very bad sunscreens. I took this to Mexico, and when everybody in my family got sunburns, we put a little bit of this on it and we were fine the next day. So this is really good for sunscreen, for sunburns, if you happen to have it, and it comes really small, compact, light.
That's what you want.
You want it, yeah. Less weight, better.
Yeah. So overall, I think for me, my learning experience is that I would opt to like find a bag like that and have all my toiletries be in something like that, because a lot of the showers, like there's not a lot of hooks to put things in, or like there's just not anywhere to put your toiletries in. So I did bring like a what's it called, like a collapsible bag. There's currently stuff in here right now. Collapsible bags, thanks to the ILRC, Immigration Law Resource Center in the Bay Area. Shout out. And this is what I was using as my toiletry bag. Like I would put all my things in there, but like it still just wasn't the vibe, because it's not really a toiletry bag. So next time I'm gonna look for a bag like that where I can easily keep all these things stored. But I'm not mad at everything I brought. Like I would bring all these things again, except for the travel size toothpaste would be the only thing that I would switch out, honestly.
Yeah, I think for toiletries, I wouldn't change anything. I loved everything I brought, and I would definitely bring it again.
Yeah. She also did, in terms of like medical things, she did bring like wraps.
I brought 3 of these because my knees are fucked up, and I figured somebody would get injured.
And I did get injured, and I did end up using this for like my knee once, but it was too tight. It was hard to walk with, but I did use it for my ankle, both ankles. Yeah. I used it for both ankles. So this would be a good thing to have, and she did end up giving it to somebody who really hurt his foot as well.
His ankle was swollen,
yeah,
like lump size right here, and I was like, you can't walk on that, you got to do something.
Yeah, so she gave that to him. So I mean, as you know, like for like literally the Camino is so freaking helpful because everyone's helpful. We got sunscreen from somebody, she gave a wrap to someone, like
pay it forward.
It is pay it forward sort of situation. So if like you're in like a tight spot, like just ask. But it is nice to have with you so that you just have safe of mind that you know you have it. If you
and these are reusable. You can wash them. This one's Velcro. That one.
This one was like the pin one, which wasn't super fun. So if you're looking for someone, I would say look for one of those.
Find a Velcro one; they'll hold really well. The pin ones are that's the ones I found. I couldn't find any more Velcro.
It's fine. It worked. So I brought a journal, and I specifically liked this one because it had the zipper, so I could have all my pens. I've been collecting like ticket stubs, receipts, and stuff because I'm gonna make like a little collage situation. So I just really like this journal specifically because of that. So whatever. But a lot of people do bring journals to write, etc. So I brought a journal. And then I just wanted to talk about my wallet. Shout out to my wallet. Because I usually carry around like at home a longer wallet, and I brought a shorter one to fit euros in and like coins and whatever, and it's been perfect. Like I haven't needed it much, and it was super easy because I like to have all my important things on my person. And I only brought the collapsible bag. I didn't bring like a body bag. I didn't bring anything else because I didn't want to deal with having like an extra bag on my body on top of our backpack, or have a bag randomly in my backpack all day just to bring it out in the evening. So I just brought like a small wallet that I could have in my pant pockets. So that's why I wanted to talk about the wallet.
That you absolutely need cash.
Yes.
Because there are places that will not accept card, and they don't have even a ATM.
Yeah.
So take cash out, make sure you have enough for the next maybe 2-3 days, you think, at least?
Yeah, at the very least, and just make sure you're paying attention to whether your town has an ATM. Like what the last, if the town you're staying in for the night has an ATM or not. Because we've been in the problem where we literally arrived to a town, we hadn't realized we were low on cash, and we were like, oh dang, we have no money. but thankfully like it worked out, but we didn't pay attention to that. So just make sure you're paying attention.
I did bring 2 wallets, one for like coin and change and one for my cards. I would say you could probably just do what Alondra did, combine them into one. There's no need for 2. This one had a mirror in it, so I was like, maybe. But I think if I did it again, I would just do 1 wallet.
Yeah.
And contactless pay with your phone is an option in places that do accept card. But
those are like grocery stores in like bigger cities, so it's
that's
not it's like 30% of the time I feel.
Yeah, if that.
It's too high, to be honest. Maybe 15% of the time you can do like phone contactless pay.
Probably grocery stores in big cities and restaurants in big cities. Hand sanitizer. Need it, use it, you will use it. You're gonna have to pee in the woods, so bring toilet paper.
Yeah, that was actually really good. I didn't know they sold them like that. I've basically been like stealing toilet paper from places and just like getting little pieces.
Shout out to my mother who gave me this, and I was like, that's ridiculous. Who sells toilet paper like that?
Yeah, no, it was been great.
And it's just a roll of toilet paper sealed in plastic, so even if it rains on you, this stays dry.
Yeah.
Actually pretty good. Thanks, Mom. It's like a tent light. Usually you would just hang it on a string, so it's not the most secure thing for like holding in your hands. The clips on it don't lock or anything, so you do have to like kind of death grip it. I probably wouldn't bring this specific light again, but there were a bunch of people that had headlamps that worked incredibly for if you're leaving before dawn.
I will say that the iPhone light worked fine for like looking at the ground and being able to see. But like that was more for like the cars situation, so they can see you.
So this will have, it has like its bright function. You can't really see it because there's so much light here.
Yeah.
That has its medium function, and then it has a red light. Red lights are really good for early mornings. If you don't want to lose your night vision, red light allows you to still see in very dark locations, but your pupils aren't going to be dilating. So it's very helpful for that, and it can be seen from far away, again, without blinding people, so cars are more likely to see you passing and stuff. From IKEA, best bag ever. My other coin purse. I have 3 purses. It's too many.
Yeah,
I got a bunch of my art supplies in here. A battery pack and...
The battery pack. I mean, we obviously came together so I could use the battery pack with her. But if you're coming by yourself, get a battery pack.
3 or 4 charges in it. Not every albergue is going to have electricity. We were lucky. All of ours did. But that's not every albergue is
going to have a charger next to the bed. This hiking pants, it was like low-key rainproof, but definitely like UV protection. It has a back pocket. It has It has 4 pockets in the front, 2 zippers, 2 Velcro ones. And so everything that I needed to be on my person at all times easily fit. And though this was my tried and true, like I had this the entire time, I had brought a different pair of pants that they ended up chafing my legs. So I sent them back home because I still like them. I just didn't think they could do for hiking. So I ended up buying another pair of hiking pants at one of the bigger cities. I think it was Leon. Which was our halfway point. And so again, I opted for pants that had like the back pocket and 4 pockets in the front. And this one actually also turns into shorts. So I just liked having that option. And I think 2 main pants is all you need for this trip, because you could wear one without having to like worry about washing that same day, because you have the other one you could wear and then you could wash on the 3rd day. So that's what I liked about it, like that rhythm in the latter half. So 2 pair of good pants that will like survive and you feel comfortable walking miles in, and that have pockets. I would definitely say pockets.
So for all the stuff you don't want to take off your backpack.
Yeah, basically. So 2 pair of pants, and then I did end up buying a pair also in Leon for like casual wear. I originally started with a dress, but it wasn't a dress I brought from home. It was something that I had just gotten elsewhere. So it wasn't like meant to be worn every single evening. So I ended up mailing that back, and then luckily I found this pair of pants that were my casual pants. They also had like a pocket that had a zipper and a Velcro, so I could easily store my things in. I think coming back, so I kept this, and I kept like a casual shirt that I could wear as my like evening wear. But I think coming back, I would just bring a sturdier dress that has a pocket or something, and because it's just so much easier to go into a dress in the evening. I I don't know, it's just faster for me personally anyway. So, and that would mean that instead of having 2 items of clothing, I would just have 1. So, space. You don't want to carry things you don't.
I feel like a light, sturdy dress that I think I would have switched it out for, because I brought this like overall pajama thing.
A long sleeve, which this is seeing the end of days. I thought bringing a white shirt would be nice because of the sun. But in terms of like sunscreen stains, sweat stains, like you're washing by hand most of the time. So it's like you're not going to be able to get everything out. Like I think I would opt for like a black or a brown like color next time. But this is specifically like a UV long sleeve sort of like athletic gear sort of thing. So I would definitely bring a long sleeve one, because some days like it's chilly in the mornings when you start, and then when it is hot out, it's easier to just be wearing a long sleeve instead of wearing a jacket, having to reapply sunscreen every 15 minutes. Which is what I would do when the days I wasn't wearing this, but I wasn't gonna wear this every single day. So, but I still would only bring 1 long sleeve because I do prefer like not wearing sleeves for the majority of the time. And yeah, whatever. 1 long sleeve, and then I brought 2 t-shirts, a green one and a white one. This is also just never gonna make it back to the United States of America because it's not white anymore. Doesn't really look white, so this isn't gonna make it. But I brought 2 t-shirts, and I just alternated back and forth between these 3 tops. Then I brought like 1 exercise bra and like 1 more casual bra. But this bra can still sustain. You're not running up hills. You're not doing anything high impact. So I still kind of alternated between both of these on hiking days. For compression socks, the other pair is dirty. 4 pair of compression socks. Everyone and their moms tell you to bring wool socks, and I did not like the wool socks because they would move on my foot, and so that was actually gave me a blister. And the only time I ever got a blister was when I was wearing wool socks. So immediately dropped those and sent them back home. I opted for the compression sock, and they're not long ones. They're like mid length. They're like high above your ankle, but not that long. And I really like them. I would bring these exact pairs back probably if we come back. And yeah, I think 4 pair of socks is great because again, you're basically washing every 3rd day unless you need to. And I think the only thing is that I would keep a pair of wool socks, or like bring a cozy pair of socks for the evenings. Like I brought like 7 or 8. I think I would bring like 5. Because again, you're washing pretty frequently, and if you don't need to carry them, like you don't need to be using them every single time, like you're fine. But I brought a lot of underwear just in case. And then I brought 1 jacket. I think that's all you need really. A sturdy jacket that's like preferably rainproof, just in case it's raining. I mean, you do want to, but we ended up buying a poncho, so like I guess you're fine. But a windbreaker for sure. And this beautiful thing, I would say definitely bring a laundry hamper. If you're by yourself, maybe it's not going to be too much necessary because you're not going to be accumulating that much clothes on your own. But since we were traveling together, it made sense that whenever we wash together, all our clothes would just go in there, because most of the time you have to go wash by hand, like outside, obviously. So like instead of like walking around with all your dirty clothes, like it's just easier to have it in a hamper.
Also, roll it into your towel and use that as like a fake bag.
Yeah, but that's also like, that's if you're washing your towel every day, which we didn't wash our towels every single day.
That's true.
So then you'd be dirtying your towel and making yourself wash it every day. I did also bring like a spare like Spanx. They were handy on the hotter days because this would be my evening wear with a shirt on top instead of like the pants. Like hand cloth just in case I needed it for something. I never ended up using it, so I probably wouldn't bring it back. I mean, that's like all the clothes I brought, and my PJ. Bring a sleepy mask, and I would 100,000% recommend that you bring one. It's just easier. People are always gonna wake up either before you or like come to sleep after you, so there's gonna be light and stuff going on. So this is great. That's all I brought in terms of clothes. Oh, I brought a towel. I mean, it's over here. This is like a normal towel that I had in my home, and I've just used it for so long that I'm like, whatever, it's thinned out enough. It's not gonna be that much. It's not gonna be that bulky. I think I would opt for like actually get a towel or something, like a towel that was like thinner, because when I fold it up, it does take up space like in my bag. And it's just kind of annoying, and it also didn't dry as much. Yeah, it's more the bulk, and then it also wouldn't dry as fast because it's thicker. So I would just bring a thinner towel.
Something that dries.
Yeah, and that being said, just real quick, since I basically talked about everything,
Mm-hmm.
I did bring a sheet, like a blanket sort of thing, because I need something to cover my feet all the time, and I wasn't sure whether places would have blankets. And yeah, some of the places in the beginning didn't give you anything. So it was amazing to have this. But we ended up purchasing a sleeping bag.
Same exact one.
The same exact one, a sleeping bag, because like when it started to get colder, like this was not enough at all. So now that I have this for the future, I would just bring this bad boy back and not bring the sheet, but I would bring a pillowcase because yeah. I don't trust like beds. I don't really trust anyone's cleanliness definition anymore. And then some places just give you like plastic cover over the pillowcases, so it's like not fun to sleep in. So I would just bring my own pillowcase. It would be less bulky than a whole sheet, and it would serve just the same purpose of like keeping me comfortable when it came to sleeping. I think I would bring everything back except for the few switches that I made.
I brought a bunch of compression socks. I brought 3 full ones that go all the way up to my knees. These are great. I think we got them on Amazon, or I think I got them at Walmart. But good compression socks. I have a lot of knee issues, so that really helps mitigate that and kept me from injuries. I somehow didn't get an injury this whole time, but I definitely felt it, like tired and everything, but my knee held strong. We bought these here because I love toe socks and I saw these, and toe socks are supposed to be really good to keep you from getting blisters. Two of these compression socks at the Decathlon place. That's like bigger brand in Europe, I guess.
It's like an REI.
Yeah,
here.
Basically. They were okay. I didn't hate them. I think I'd like them more for running than for like hiking, because they I don't know, they just like for all day, I didn't love them. Bring 2 pairs of merino wool socks. The other one's dirty, don't worry about it. They were nice, but I think like Alondra was saying, they're too thick, and is in terms of like temperature control, like people were saying, I don't feel like they really helped with that at all. Like I felt hotter in them than any of my other socks.
Yeah.
I didn't get any blisters, so they didn't do that, at least for me. But
to you to just try out your socks pre. Like we didn't do a lot of pre anything. We just kind of showed up. So try out your stuff, I guess, so that you know if you want it or not. Say about my compression socks, they're thicker than hers, so they didn't dry very well. So that was the thing. Like, and that was something I was considering. Like, should I bring them back because they didn't dry well? But
these are super thin. They're not a very thick material. They take a little bit of time to dry, but they would dry over the night.
Yeah, so I guess I would have to see if I find a different brand of compression socks that are like thinner that I would bring back. If not, I would bring back the same ones, because the drying thing was like they dried overnight, and so it was fine. It was just kind of annoying.
We bought 2 of these. They're really nice for those colder mornings or those hotter afternoons, because you can put them on your neck to heat up your neck and keep your kind of core warm. Bring them up to your face and warm up your breath and everything. Or if you want to be a little silly, put them all the way on your head. It'll hold your hair back. It's not a full ponytail, so you're still breathing and everything, and you're not like, if you get tension headaches or something from ponytails, this is a good alternative because they're super light on your head. They're still tight, like they're not going to fall off or anything, but they're also not like squeezing your scalp or anything. Yeah, these are great. Love them. We got them here because they have fun patterns here for the CAMINO.
And they're honestly everywhere.
And they're everywhere. So you could find them literally at the start. You can find them in the middle. You can find them right here at the end.
Yeah.
2 shirts. I brought my Fanta shirt. That's how people recognize me.
She's known as Fanta girl.
Brought my one fancy shirt. That's in all the pictures. My button up. Little fishies. It's a wash. It dries on everything because of the material. It's kind of like a very, very thin linen. And it looks good with all my pants and stuff. I got this as Aldi's. So good. It's not 100% waterproof. I would say it's water resistant. But this stacked with the poncho was more than enough for the amount of rain we got. If you're going to be here during the rainy season, get an actual rain one.
Yeah, for sure.
But this thing's great. It's got zipper pockets on the outside, and it also has secret pockets on the inside, so you can put a little snack in here.
And I did steal it one of the hotter days because it's thin enough to wear in the hot.
So like, this is very light.
Yeah, so in terms of like if you're just heat cover, like sun coverage, it was really good, to be honest.
Yeah. It rolls up super compact and small. So I say if you're not here during the rainy season, it's still a good bring for the sun and for the wind, because the wind does cool you down quite a bit in some places.
Yeah.
My everyday pants, they're dirty because I use them every day.
Yeah.
These pants, I think I got them at Costco. They have like infinite pockets. They breathe and they dry super fast. So I can hand wash these at night, hang them to dry overnight, and you know, by the morning they're good to go. Dry fit is your best friend. This stuff dries super fast. Get dry fit. And that's everything except for my lunch bell. This is actually a car trash bag. You clip it to the back seat of your car, or the front seat of your car facing to the back row, and people can throw trash in here. It is not a traditional lunch pail. It's got holes in here, but it's super easy to open, and the inside is waterproof.
We used it for snacks.
We put snacks, apples, sandwiches.
It was great. I mean, that was kind of an accidental thing, but we used it every freaking day.
As opposed to having all of your stuff inside of your backpack and hard to get into.
Yeah, no, it was super easy.
To the outside, have your bestie pull out all your shit, and you guys can have a little snack while you're walking, or you can sit down and eat.
Yeah. I will say in terms of water, I originally had one of the vlogs. It fell multiple times, but on the last time it fell, I dropped it. It broke, so it wouldn't close anymore. So in the last 3 days, I've just been living off like water, because I personally am not trying to play, and I'm not going to be drinking sink water just everywhere we go. So in the last 2 days, I've been doing this, but the other one, oh, dang, I don't remember how much it was. Like, I don't even think it was a full liter, to be honest, but personally, I don't drink a lot of water and I have to pee all the time, so I wasn't going to finish anything more than a liter in the 5 to 6 hours it took us to walk to the next town. So that was more than enough water for me. I didn't need to carry any extra water than that. So,
but if you needed it, they had 1.5 liter bottles that would very easily fit into people's backpacks of filtered water. So if you're sensitive to like different bacteria and biomes that can be found in new places, like while you're traveling.
Yeah, and then also along the way, there's a lot of water fountains to refill your stuff, like specifically on the CAMINO fountains. So like, even if you did finish like everything that was in your water bottle, you can refill it. And again, I had a filtered water bottle, so I wasn't scared to refill it in places. I just didn't want to drink it directly.
I brought one of these. My backpack has a specific pouch for it, so I could put that in my backpack and funnel the hose out, so it was easily accessible. I say the only downside to having it inside of your like full backpack is that you have to take it out of your backpack to refill, and if you're not used to the full 2 liter weight, you can run out fast. Like if you, like what I was doing was I was filling just to a 1 liter, and I would drink it all because I drink a bunch of water.
Yeah.
So I would have to refill it like once or twice a day. That being said, I don't have a filter or anything, and the water did not affect me any kind of way. So
some of them were nasty though. They tasted nasty.
Are used to, so
yeah. So you can taste like the kind of like chlorine sort of thing. Sometimes I've always been really sensitive to like water taste. Not like I'm gonna die, but like I just don't like the taste of them, so I won't drink them. We did bring such drastic differences. Would you change anything? Bring anything more? Get rid of something?
I think I would switch out my pants for pants that actually fit my body, like that are full length and go to my ankle, just because we didn't get any mites or like fleas or stuff like that, but I think bed bugs were an issue in some of the places we were at.
Yeah.
And just having something that covers the majority of your body would be ideal. I think I would ride hard for one pair of pants, make sure they dry. That's the only, you just need them to dry, because every single place we went to had a hand wash at least.
I could never do one pair of pants because you'd be forced to have to clean them every single day.
Yeah.
And again, we did get some rainy days or some days where the sun wasn't out, so things didn't dry.
Oh, this is really good. Get one of these. Roll out the heel of your foot. They're really good. You just basically like walk on it and roll your foot out.
It was great. Our shoes, the main events, the main squeezes,
the kings.
So I brought these knockoff Crocs as my shower and rest shoe. I think I would opt for bringing more like a slip-on vibe than like the whole thing, just because it was bulky in my backpack. But I think I like the plastic vibe for like a shower and rest shoe.
You absolutely want some kind of a shower shoe.
Yeah, for sure.
They were gross. Just bring sandals. They're worth it.
The last minute add-on for me, but they're basically just like chanclas. Like They're not as good as hers. I don't even know what brand this is. They're just random. But we did use them like at the end of every single day. Like mine could only handle like 3 miles on them. So the last 3 miles, I would switch out of my walking shoe into these. And it did wonders for our feet. Like a lot of people were so tired and had so many blisters. And I think, honestly, part of our win was switching out our shoes at the end of the day and letting our feet relax a little more and like act like new feet.
After mile 10, your feet are swollen.
Yeah.
They're swelling throughout the day. After that point, switching into these, let our feet breathe, cool down so much, and also it was just kind of a relief to not be wearing our shoes.
Yes. Like, I looked forward to getting to the last 3 miles of the day just so I can take off my shoes.
These are Echoes. They're a little expensive. Only buy them when they're on sale. But absolutely worth it.
Gore-Tex Nike Trail Runners, which we bought. Again, it was also last minute, but these made it in 300 miles, baby. We did have to get them insert halfway through, literally halfway through, like what was our halfway point with. But overall, they did survive. They're a little beat up. They're not going to make it to the United States of America, but they worked.
We got these inserts at Decathlon. They're just the store brand. They're like leather ones. But they worked like a charm. They're great. So if your shoe is getting a little tired, worn out, try getting inserts before you commit to a full new shoe, depending on how much mileage you've put on them yet. If you've gone over, like 200-300 miles, then you probably need a new shoe. But we only did 300?
Yeah, we did 300 total.
300 total. So they're done after this, but they made it here.
Yeah. I think the only thing is that when some downhills, it would have been nice to have like an actual like ankle boot sort of thing. But I think overall, they really worked well. They
don't have a lot of ankle support, so if you need that, these aren't the shoes for you. I have a rubber ankle, so I didn't need that ankle support. They breathe well. They're relatively water resistant, not waterproof.
They're not waterproof. They had told us it was waterproof. We got a rainy day and we were walking in mud. It was not waterproof.
Not waterproof, but water resistant.
Yeah.
The grip on them's pretty good. Not the best in the world, but better than your average shoe.
Yeah. So overall, like, again, we made it satisfied. We didn't have any problems with our feet. We're relatively well off compared to others. And that's it. You've heard it here, folks. That was everything we brought. I'm looking around.
Whoa. And our backpacks.
Yeah, but that's like a whole different animal in terms of reviewing stuff. But my backpack is our bestie. Yeah, it's our bestie. It's been with us the entire time. It has all these things that
Bring
we need.
A good backpack. It's your best friend.
Yeah. Definitely try to make sure it fits you. Make sure you know how to use it in terms of like adjusting the straps on yourself. And everything like that. I mean, you'll learn things about your backpack on the trip regardless because you're just not used to using it every single dang day. But it's good, and I hope this was helpful in some way. We literally went real into detail about everything we brought. Majority good. Like we didn't really have any major issues, to be honest. I just fell one day, and that made us really slow. But overall, I was happy.
Oh, and walking sticks. We don't have those anymore.
Oh, yeah. We don't have them. We didn't show them to y'all because they're not going to make it to the airport. So we left them at our last place. But yeah, I got walking sticks. Mine were like the rubber ones. They weren't the ones that had the nail picks. At first we were doing one each. But when I fell, I was like, I need the 2. So I took the 2 and she ended up buying like a literal stick that they sell in them places here. One thing we realized is that they sell it at the beginning. Don't even bother trying to bring it through the airport if you're like flying into Spain. Just get them here, honestly. But definitely get some. Definitely get some.
Buy a good pair. They're your second best friend.
Yes. Yes. But yeah, that was it. Thanks for sticking around. I am glad to be more regular in videos. So make sure you subscribe and like this video and yada yada yada. And thanks for watching. Bye.